Good morning, Wootton. I'm Eli.
And I'm Hank, and today is Friday, February 5th, 2021, and these are your weekly announcements, brought to you by the TV Internship Program and the SGA. And now for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The word of the week is filibuster. Do you know what it means, Wootton? Did you know that George Washington and James Madison are the only presidents to have signed the Constitution?
Please note the change for this coming week, the week of February 8th. Homework Club will meet after school from 2:45 to 3:45, Tuesday and Thursday afternoons only this week. The regular schedule will resume the week of February 15th. For the Zoom link, go to Activities on the Wootton webpage, click on the 2020-2021 SGA full list of clubs, and find the club Zoom link under Homework Club. Please contact Mr. Steinbach to arrange for a specific tutor or if you have questions.
President's Day is February 15th. This week we will be celebrating two former presidents, Ronald Reagan and Franklin D. Roosevelt. The 40th President of the United States, Ronald Wilson Reagan, was born on February 6, 1911 in Tampico, Illinois. His family and childhood interests led him to become a radio announcer for various events, most notably Chicago Cubs baseball games. After many years, he eventually made his way to the silver screen, signing a contract with Warner Brothers Studios in 1937. After many supporting roles, Reagan made his big break with the film King's Row in 1942. Reagan gained popularity as a Hollywood actor in the 50s, starring in films like Law & Order in 1953 and Hellcats of the Navy in 1957. He moved on to become the governor of California from 1967 to 1975, and then served as president from January 20th, 1981 to January 20th, 1989.
Franklin Delano Roosevelt was the 32nd President of the United States after successfully defeating Herbert Hoover in the 1932 election. Serving 3 full terms and then part of a 4th term, he was the longest elected president. During his first 100 days, he focused on addressing the Great Depression. He pioneered the New Deal, best known for producing programs to provide relief, recovery, and reform, such as the Social Security Administration. FDR focused on bringing the country out of recession until his last term, when the bombing of Pearl Harbor occurred. FDR had been hoping to keep the U.S. neutral, but after the attack on U.S. soil, he got approval from Congress to enter the war with the Allied powers. FDR supervised the militarization of U.S. troops and the development of the world's first atomic bomb, up until his health prevented him from serving more. FDR served less than 3 months into his 4th term before succumbing to his illnesses. And now for a National Honor Society application video.
The National Honor Society application is now available, but before we get started, what do current members have to say about NHS?
Last year in NHS, I got to write cards to cancer patients, support our local homeless shelter, and tutor other students, which I had so much fun doing.
Throughout my time at NHS, I've helped support those in need by participating in food drives, the MC Humane Society Drive, and the MCCH Walk for the Homeless. I have also helped tutor middle school and high school students.
With the National Honor Society, I have written postcards to the elderly, given coats for the coat drive, and written Valentine's Day cards.
Many hours helping middle schoolers at Frost with their homework after school.
I have collected food items for the Montgomery County Coalition for the Homeless. I have donated coats and toys during the holidays.
So why wait? NHS applications are available at WoottonNHS.com, and they are due February 5th, 2021.
February is Black History Month. This week we are celebrating both Louis Armstrong and Fred Hampton. Louis Armstrong is famously known as one of the most influential African-American musicians. He was born to Mayan and William Armstrong on August 4th, 1901 in New Orleans, Louisiana. His father left the family when Louis was an infant, leaving it up to his mother to raise him. Louis dropped out of school after the 5th grade and started working for a family of Russian Jewish immigrants, who would pay him enough to buy his first cornet, an instrument similar to the trumpet. In 1912, Armstrong was arrested and sent to the Colored Waifs Home for Boys, where he learned how to play the cornet. He quickly became more prominent as he began working and training under New Orleans' top cornetist Joe King Oliver. King Oliver invited Armstrong to play the second cornet in his Creole jazz band. He recorded his first solos during this time in the band in the pieces Chimes Blues and Tears, composed by himself and his wife, pianist Lillian Hardin. Encouraged by his wife, Armstrong later left the band to pursue a solo career. Louis put together the Hot Fives and Sevens, which incorporated unique scat singing and swing style. The popularity of his recordings landed him a role in the Broadway revue, Hot Chocolates. Armstrong would go on to tour up until his death in 1971. Today, some of his most acclaimed pieces include Hotter Than That, Struttin' With Some Barbecue, Wild Man Blues, and Potato Head Blues.
Fred Hampton was an active leader in the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, or NAACP. Leading their youth council of the organization's West Suburban branch, Hampton joined the Chicago chapter of the Black Panther Party in November of 1968. He quickly rose to a leadership position, becoming the deputy chairman of the Illinois chapter of the party. He organized rallies, established a free breakfast program, and negotiated a peace pact among rival gangs. As a rising leader in the Black Panthers, Hampton became the focus of an FBI investigation. Hampton died on December 4, 1969, along with fellow Black Panther Mark Clark. Attention all students looking for leadership and SSL opportunities. There are several great options for you. The SGA has this information posted on the SGA website that is under Activities on the main Wootton webpage. You can also find this on the SGA Instagram link tree. These are great chances to gain leadership experience and get SSL hours. Check them out. And now for a COVID care video with Josh Friedman and Miss Evans.
Hello, Wootton students. My name is Josh Friedman, and I'm currently a junior. Remote learning definitely has its limitations, and in my opinion, one of the worst is that students can no longer see their teachers before, during, or after school in order to receive extra help. Additionally, it is hard to build relationships with your educators in a virtual environment. While we do have designated check-in times, it can sometimes be difficult competing for a teacher's help amongst other students in only 20 minutes. That is why I started COVID Care Vids, an additional way students can get information from and about their teachers, as well as resources for additional help at any convenient time. I sincerely hope that this benefits the Wootton community. Hello, Wootton students. My name is Josh Friedman, and on today's COVID Care Vid, I'm going to be interviewing Miss Evans, one of our AP language teachers. Miss Evans, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, Josh. Thanks.
Yeah, definitely. So to start off, what activities have kept you busy over quarantine?
Well, personally, my number one favorite, and I've shared it with all my students too, is I've learned a game called pickleball, and it's fantastic. It is super, super fun. I recommend everybody do it. And it's outdoors, and it's, you don't have to be super athletic, but you could be. And every time I play, I just laugh a lot and I get some exercise, and it's really lifted my spirits during the pandemic. Yeah.
I love pickleball. Yeah, I like to play that a lot too. So are there any activities that you recommend students do over quarantine?
Yeah, I mean, I think keeping a variety of activity is really important because we can get so routine. I mean, I'm just speaking for myself, but or just get just kind of passive about sitting at home, or I don't play video games, but maybe playing video games or whatnot. But I think getting outside and getting away from electronics, I mean, we talk about it as teachers all the time too, how important that is. So just getting outside, and in a safe distance outside, being able to spend some time with a small group of friends or family. I just think it's so important, or walking your dog, or maybe your cat, if your cat's super smart and amazing, something like that. But yeah, definitely, I think it's so important to stay physically active and keep a variety of activities. Yeah.
Now, how, if at all, have lessons adapted to be more suitable for virtual learning?
In some ways, it has been really great. I think for me personally, uh, it helps me organize and have to communicate more clearly. And that I think is really beneficial for both the students and for me um, in teaching. I think what else? I think it's easier for one-on-one access, on Zoom to be able to go meet with a student, conference with them individually, and then pop them back into a group, um, or just as we're working on the writing process. I've been able to access more students than I would if I were in a regular classroom. So I've really appreciated that. And just again, I think students looking for clarification are more inclined now than ever to just drop an email and get a quick clarification. So in that way, it's been really great.
And what do you expect of students as they go through an English course remotely this year?
Well, in some ways, that doesn't change. In any English class, just having refining in whatever grade, just refining your annotation and close reading skills. Having an opportunity for research is certainly going to be available through those fabulous databases available through our media center. Um, right now, I'm working with critical thinking questions with my 12th graders, and of course, writing, right? And you hopefully, as you go through each year, refine those skills.
So you mentioned resources such as the Media Center. Are there any additional resources that students can take advantage of if they need extra help but cannot attend office hours?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And we have a fantastic duo in the Writing Center. And my room used to be 244, which was right next to 243, the Writing Center. And they are still available on virtual check-ins. And if you go to like in my class, I've posted the information. So your English teacher should have posted the information on the announcements. And if they haven't, asked them to, so that you can make an appointment with them to Zoom with them on a virtual check-in day, or on numerous occasions, they've already let me know that my students have just contacted them, and through a Google Doc, they're just working together. So it doesn't have to be a formal Zoom appointment. They'll still work with you and help you on your writing.
And last but not least, do you have any advice for students during these unprecedented times?
Yes. Stay positive. I think it's so important that we stay positive. That the news cycles can be very overwhelming. Social media can be very overwhelming. And I think it's just really important for us to stay positive and to stay connected.
Well, thank you very much for your time and for being a part of COVID Carevids.
I love COVID Carevids, Josh. I'm glad you're doing it. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
The word of the week is filibuster, meaning an action such as a prolonged speech that obstructs progress in a legislative assembly while not technically contravening the required procedures.
And the quote of the week is, "The harder the conflict, the greater the triumph." George Washington.
The 2020-2021 SGA theme this year is Unity Through Adversity.
Please remember to walk wise and drive wise. Have a super second semester, Wootton.